Peterstone Lakes, obviously on Gav and Rachel's special day. It was a privilege to be Gav's best man, as he was for me some 5 or 6 years ago. Actually, 5 years ago. I'm Steve, otherwise known as Marvels, for those of you who don't know me. Every fantastic day like this has a silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining, and today I'm the cloud. So Gav, as he set himself up with, really, is a character. And I've known Gav for some 20 years now, through a love of sport, really. Football first, rugby second, later on in life golf. None of which that Gav has been any good at. So I asked Trev and Crystal a bit of a background of Gav when he was growing up. Crystal said he was an unusual looking baby, pretty much means ugly. And Trev said he was a real trier in school, pretty much thick. Other than he did particularly well in French, but perhaps we'll So if you ask the boys to describe Gav in 3 words, I think it would be tight, number one, a competitive nature, secondly, and grumpy, third. That would be Gav. Now, in terms of a story of his competitive nature, Gav touched earlier on the fact that we've had some very good nights out together. I'll take you to a rugby tour in Newquay, and Gav's competitive nature and never wanting to give in or never wanting to lose. So we'd had one of many nights out, which was finished by Gav downing a bottle of wine with a bottle bong. So for those of you who don't know what that is, 2 straws down the side of a bottle of wine, and he downed it in one.
Wine?
Needless to say, 10 minutes later, he couldn't really stand up. And we decided on a game of darts. Now, a game of darts that Gav couldn't actually see the dartboard and had to ask me what his score was. So, what was I to do? Set him up a treat, as he would have done to me. I gave him his scores, and needless to say, he lost. So what was the forfeit? The forfeit in Newquay town centre was to run from the hotel naked, just with his shoes on. He specified he wanted his shoes. I don't know why.
I didn't want to hit my toes.
He does have delicate feet, to be fair. So he ran to the cash point, which was probably 300 metres away. Yeah, 300 metres from the hotel. Naked with just his shoes on, but with the condition he took his cash card and got a mini statement. The reason being, he had to stand at the cash point naked probably a minute and a half before he ran back. But this is Gav, he won't turn down a challenge. Anybody else would have said, I'm not doing it, I'm simply not doing it. Gav took that on. Now, to take that a little further, because of the fact of a couple of misdemeanors with the police while you were growing up, a little bit of a police background.
Sorry.
So we took that slightly further in that I got the MD of my company that I worked for then to ring Gav and tell him, because of the fact that he was picked up on CCTV. Now Gav didn't obviously think about the background of this as to why somebody would ring him, that he needed to come into the police station to give a statement because he'd been picked up on camera. Why would anybody think that? But anyway, so the story is Gav will not turn anything down. And if he's had a drink and you set him a challenge, he'll do it. And that's his competitive nature.
Here we are.
Your brain's going out.
Yeah, what can we stitch him up with? So I touched on French earlier on, which is the only subject that you excelled in, Gav. I'm not sure quite well, but I think we've got a card to read out. Greg, have you got that card? Yeah. Just a little bit of a background to the story. Recently, a teacher in Risca Comprehensive was charged with essentially grooming young boys, and this was a French teacher.